James Forrest. What about him getting that goal? It was written in the stars. It just, I mean, actually watching it, thought he's not going to get the goal. It's not going to come now. But he delivered.
By the way, it wasn't just the goal, was it? I mean, when he came onto the pitch, how,
he changed the game.
Times did he affect the game?
Aye.
Running at people, setting up chances, creating chances, crosses into the box. He's just top notch. He's top notch. And I'll tell you something, this is quite interesting because we've talked a few times, Daniel, about the importance of what Celtic have built and forged in the training ground at Lennoxtown and around the place. It's seeping out the walls is the culture. And James Forrest is the personification of that culture. He's been there for, 16 seasons now. He's got a bigger medal collection than any of the Lisbon Lions, biggest in the club's history. He lives and breathes for the opportunity to pull the shirt on and play for the team. And do you know something? Do you know why that's important? Do you know why I bring all that up? Because see it 1-0 down at home to St Mirren on the day that the flag's getting handed out or the trophy's getting handed over. That's a moment where these guys that really get it, they just dig deep, they find something. The guys that really, really get what it's all about, and no one gets it more than James Forrest. So when he's, given the chance to get onto the pitch, he's desperate to do something, to make the change, to be the game changer. And so it's not a coincidence, if you know what I mean, that it follows that he gets the goal with the last kick of the ball in the 94th minute. There's nothing coincidental about that. That's entirely speaks to the culture that Celtic have cultivated behind the scenes at Lennoxtown, where, I mention this because we've spoken about it in relation to Rangers and how there is no culture there. The last guys that really understand what that club's all about have just been shown the door today. So you've got a bunch of people in there, players that have come from left, right and centre, all over the shop. They don't have the same sort of template that Celtic have got in place. Where you look over one shoulder, there's James Forrest. You look over the other, there's Cal McGregor. There's Brendan Rodgers. There's John Kennedy. Celtic. There's a massive presence about the place in every nook and cranny of the Lennoxtown HQ. Rangers, there's none. And the one kind of link or bridge that they had to when Rangers used to be successful, that's them clearing out the office drawers this afternoon or tomorrow. And good luck to the next guy that comes in and tries to build something, because they need to try and I don't know how you do that overnight. But this Celtic culture, that's what took James Forrest into that position yesterday, where he scores that goal and he writes his own fairy tales. These guys have been writing fairy tales for years. So it's not a coincidence. It doesn't happen through luck. It's ingrained into these Celtic players that settling for second best just can't happen, will not happen. So you've won the league in a game that doesn't matter. It's 94 minutes. Whose legs are pumping the fastest there to get himself on the end of that and then to bury the chance? It is remarkable, and it's testament to James Forrest and testament to your Callum McGregors and all these guys who have helped build this legacy, Scott Brown before them. That's why Celtic are so far out in front of Rangers, and why Rangers face such a monumental job over the course of the next few weeks, trying to get themselves anywhere near a position which will enable them to challenge. Barry Ferguson had an idea about how to make that happen. It's going to be fascinating to see, who does get this job and what his ideas look like. Because I tell you what, it's a hard school.
Would you start James Forrest in the cup final?
Yes, I would personally. I'd just start James Forrest. I mean, I was shouting for James Forrest to be starting for Scotland last summer at the Euros. I'm just a James Forrest fan. I think he brings so much. And again, as we're talking about there, Daniel, 94th minute he gets that goal. Would you rule out for a single solitary second James Forrest doing something at Hampden? He loves playing at Hampden, big wide spaces. It's just, it feels made for James Forrest. And maybe a guy like Daniel Caw might feel hard done by, but do you know what? he shouldn't do, because he should be looking at that guy going, this guy's a legend. And if I have to play second fiddle to him on cup final day, it's not through sentiment. It's not, James Forrest wouldn't be starting the game because Bren's a nice guy and he wants to give everybody a cuddle at the end of it. James Forrest would be starting because he's earned it. The same way that he earned his place in the Celtic team towards the end of last season, the same way that he earned his place in the Scotland squad for the Euros, and the same way that he should have been given game time at the tournament. And it was a bit of a waste by Steve Clarke not to do